head of academy here at Basford, Steve Chettle, joins me ahead of tonight's FA Youth Cup tie with Notts County. Chet, this is what it's all about for those lads, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what they look forward to at the start of the year. They're always asking when's Youth Cup, and tonight obviously we've got through 2 rounds already away from home, and now we've got a plum tie against Notts County. It happened 3 years ago. We've done really well in the last couple of years, but yeah, they're really looking forward to it. They're really excited, but now it's time to get down to business.
You mentioned there that trajectory. We played obviously Grimsby, Port Vale, West Brom, and then Doncaster last year. Notts tonight. Is that the trajectory we want to be on as a club?
Yeah, it's what we aspire to be. We know that the first team want to get into the high level, and we want to be as good an academy as we can do. And like you say, a couple of years ago we went to Port Vale and won. We beat Grimsby at home. We lost to West Bromwich Albion, who were Premier League at the time, and last year we lost to Doncaster Rovers. And the first year I was here, we lost again to Notts County. So, they're big challenges, but we look forward to the challenges, and it's what all the kids play for, really.
Just talk to me then about the pathway that's available here. Obviously, there's plenty of options for those wanting to go out and progress and develop. Just talk to me about the pathway and what's on offer for them.
Yeah, well, the kids coming in from leaving school at year 11 and take a 2-year course in sport, which is a lot of fun. But in the meantime, they're playing football as well 4 times a week, so it's great for them. But we're looking for them to get into our under-18s team, our college team, our under-19s Youth Alliance, our FA Youth Cup team. But we now also have an MJPL team which play the weekends, plus a 23s team. So the progress is massive. But we want to get people around the first team, to make sure this pathway works properly. But we've also got people in the academy right on loan now at step 5, 6, step 6 clubs. So so it is good. The pathway works. But there's still opportunities for people to come here if they want to.
And for those then wanting to get into that journey and on that respective path, if you like, what do they have to do? How do they get involved?
They can apply through the academy website itself, or they apply from SCL. We're still taking people in. We had 2 last week as well. So it is exciting. I think tonight's, like tonight, does promote the club really well, and hopefully we do well.
Andy, I should start by welcoming you to the club. You've been here for a fair few weeks now. How's it been?
Yeah, really good. The staff have been welcoming. Obviously I knew some of the staff before coming in. I knew Chris, obviously knew Chet, knew David as well. So even though it's sort of a new environment, at the same time I've known them staff and they've been really welcoming. They've explained sort of how the club works in terms of the philosophy of the club, in terms of what they want to do in the academy, in terms of development and the pathways that they want to create. Chet's obviously spoke to me about the sort of philosophy that they have at the football club and what they're looking to implement, and sort of then what he's been really good at is allowing me to sort of implement some of my ideas. And what's good is that I sort of they line up my sort of ideas around football and Chet's ideas around football are very similar. There's a couple of differences, but they're quite similar, which works really well. It's like seamlessly already. So he was happy sort of my ideas and obviously the way that they've got here already suits me. So in that sense, Chet's has been really good in terms of letting me get on the grass and sort of implement the ideas and the patterns of play and the systems and the way we want to work in terms of the culture we want to create. So I've been really happy and felt really welcome by the club and the lads. Obviously, I'm a Nottingham lad myself, so I know some of the players there already, and sort of it's close to my heart because I was born in Nottingham, grew up in Nottingham. So for the lads to do well, that's important to me.
Brings me on quite nicely to my next question then. You would have seen Basford develop over the years from park football to what it is now. Just how impressed with you are the facilities? Obviously a full-time education academy, new clubhouse and everything else. How impressed have you been since you've been around?
I remember playing against Basford when I was in the NSL as a young lad, and Chris Monroe was the manager actually. And my comment, I was like on the side, but I'll leave that one. But yeah, the development of Basford has been unreal. If you look at some of the clubs, for example, are still in the Notts Senior League. Compared to where Basford are now, the progression's unreal, and at non-league to progress that quickly, the amount of promotions that they had, and the infrastructure that they've built with the clubhouse, and then getting the 4G has sort of took the club to a new level in terms of what they can do with the academy and the first team, and it's progressing each year, and obviously I know Chris's sort of ambition is to be in step 2 and produce players within the academy what can then go and play for the first team and represent. But yeah, unbelievable. If you'd have told me that 10 years ago, I would have said no, that they're not going to be playing at step 3 within that space of time. And also not only that, but the success they've had on the pitch, building outside the pitch in terms of the infrastructure and the academy, but the success they've had on the pitch in terms of the return of trophies that they've had and promotions that they've had in that short period of time has been amazing, and probably one of the stories of non-league football in terms of the new clubs what are coming through.
You would have been fully aware of the reputation we've built over the years with the Education Academy, obviously Youth Cup runs facing Port Vale, Grimsby, Doncaster, West Bromwich Albion. How much of a selling point was that for you to come and join and be a part of it?
Yeah, one of the biggest selling points for me I'm from Nottingham and I have that sort of emotional connection with the community. So that's a big selling point. But in terms of the success as well, that's going on in terms of the amount of players that they're bringing in. That inspires me because the club's going in the right direction, obviously, and to be a part of that and then feel that I can assist the club making the next steps to go to the next level with the skill set that I have. That was sort of like a challenge in itself, or not a challenge. I like to think challenges are opportunities. So yeah, that was a big attraction as well. But the runs that they've had, when I seen the runs originally and some of the teams they was beating, I was thinking, the academy's not been long going, and to sort of do that now already is really, really good.
Finally then, how would you encourage those to get involved who just aren't quite sure what they want to do with their life, coming out of school? Just what would you say to them to try and get involved and be a part of it?
I'd say first of all that the atmosphere and the environment, what I've seen at Basford, is really good. It's really positive in terms of players having the opportunity to progress. So the lads what have gone from academy into first team, in terms of training with the first team or representing the first team, whether that's competitive games or pre-season, and then lads who have got the pathway to go in development and play men's football at maybe step 4, step 5, because they've been at Basford around that environment. What I would say as well is that obviously you've got Chettle and myself are UEFA coaches, so the level of the coaching, what's been going on, has been really high and really good, and the lads enjoy it here. So one, you're getting an education in terms of you're getting a qualification which can take you on to other pathways. Like we've got lads who have gone on to universities in America, we've got lads who go on to universities in England from the education course to do, or we've got lads who will go on as well into football. So there's a lot of pathways that are available at Basford, and for me, for your career, if you've got that love for football and that you still want to stay in education in a sporting environment, then I'd say that Basford's a great opportunity for lads in the community to come and develop as footballer, develop education, but develop as people as well, because there's some good sort of morals and values and standards at the club as part of their culture, which makes people better footballers but better people, and I think that's important as well.